I don't have it memorized tonight.
That's okay.
Okay. So there's this girl I like, and when the subject of her ventures from the shaded safety of thought, out into the perils of open conversation, this subject of her, fair, oblivious, now dappled in sunlight, steps on the question, spring-loaded, taut as a drum, how much do I like her? How much? And click, that's when it occurs to me, the quick, the cold of it clamps down a hold of it, and I know in my bones there is no adequate unit of measure for such a thing, for the how much. This like in which I've fallen, no metric for it, its height or depth or width or breadth, its heat or speed or density, its rhythm or intensity. To measure, I think there's got to be a new brand of trigonometry that factors in, oh, let me see, more than I can count on my hand, by far. Instead, all the grains of sand across my car that for weeks and days I refuse to wipe away for fear, of course, that I may wipe away the memory of their source. Their grit on my dash, my seats, a kind of private braille. My hand secretly, repeatedly decoding that joyful night with her, the night I got a call and wound up playing volleyball, watching the length of her body jump and swerve and dive and serve, and best of all, she'd flash me a smile, this star, the most killer move in her repertoire. How much do I like her? The measure, to be true, must factor in some multiple of the crinkles that crease my brow in soundless disappointment. That's the sound. When the telltale chirrup of a text, thank you, on cue, announces that lo and behold, it's someone else, someone that's most definitely not her. Not her! I offer up to the ether incredulous, gripping this phone in wrath. That's the measure, the magic, the math. How many leagues deep have I fallen into this like? The unit, if I may say, must also account for the sheer volume of earth and sky we displace when bodies fitting just so, limbs wrapped around like ribbon and bow, a present. Pressing ourselves into each other, pressing away the pavement beneath our feet, abstracting the hard ground to a faint, far away notion. The motion pressing out the very weather, replacing it with our own, pushing out any equation that doesn't add up. These mere details of difference become variables that don't need to be solved for. They're just happy being X. Because what number, what measure is there for that? For this girl, she rounds me off to the nearest whole number, mixes my odds with my evens, moves my decimal point 4 columns to the right. To measure how much I like her, you need some device from the distant future yet to be invented. It's gonna buzz and hum, and we'll call it a like-o-meter. That's right. That's right. Tabulators of the world, throw away your abacus. Because no matter how many beads you slide across those rods, you can't count how high enough or far enough or wide enough for this. Well, can you? A legion of tallymen cannot tally this banana. Unless, well, maybe they could. If they could add up the million reasons we shouldn't be together and make them less than the one reason we should.